here. I know I've been off the videos, off the vlog for a bit of time, but here I am. It's just that I've been busy at work doing some things, but I'm so sorry about that. I know regular content should be coming up on the channel like time to time, but here I am. I was to post a video on my vlog today in the morning, but something happened that I lost the video the time I was just uploading it. I'm so sorry about that. It was very devastating for me, and I know for my viewers as well. They're just waiting, and they were waiting for something. I was to show you what we did on Friday because it was the annual sports day at my brother's school, and it was really an enjoyable event. Enjoyable day. It was really fun. It was just very nice. I just wish you could be there to see what I saw, to enjoy what I enjoyed on that day. Being a family day and a friends fun day was just perfect. So today we are going to talk about what you should do to ensure that you have a productive week at work. Yes, because this is one of the issues that I'm facing right now, like balancing between what I should do and what I should not do to ensure that I have a productive week, balancing between the chores and everything, the house chores, and what I should be doing at home and everything. So it is just a challenge for so many people, a challenge for me as well. So today I'm going to talk about what you should do to ensure that you have a nice week at work, that the time doesn't harass you, like waking up in the morning and sleeping late at night and everything, because I know it's a major challenge for so many people. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about right now. And to our first point, ensure that you take plenty of water. As simple as it seems, that's the way to go. Okay, that narrows down to what you should do about water, how you should take it, because so many people don't know how or what quantity you should take after a day or during the day. It's very simple. When you wake up in the morning, you can take a glass of water. At 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., you can take another glass of water. At lunchtime, before lunch or after lunch, whatever way you prefer, you should take a glass of water. At 3 p.m. or 2:30 p.m., you should take another glass of water. In the evening, after leaving work, you should take another glass of water. At night, after you take your dinner or before you hit your bed, you should just take another glass of water. That totals up to 6 glasses of water. That's simple and easy. That's the minimum amount you should take. You can go to 8 glasses. That's to ensure that you're not dehydrated. Without water, your cells don't function well. The blood circulation in your body is not right at all. That's why you find that you have headaches time to time, you're not fresh, you're complaining so much about working and everything. That's made easier. That's simple. And to a second point, ensure that you take enough rest. Like, it's not necessarily enough, because to some people it's never enough. To some people it's enough. To some people it's too much resting time. But ensure that you take naps time to time. Anytime that you have free time to take a nap, just ensure that you do. And by that, I'm not saying during work time. No. After work, like if you're leaving work at 5, you'll be home by maybe 5:30 p.m. because during work time you're so tired that you don't have time for any extra thing after work time. You're just thinking about your bed or your home. That's majorly for everybody. So I've never found it's very weird to find somebody thinking about working after working. Maybe for those who want to just keep on working, but basically or majorly, so many people just think about how they're going to take rest, not necessarily sleeping, just resting so that you can get off the work mode after a long day of work. So ensure that you take enough rest after work. You can take a nap of 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 2 hours according to what you should be doing. And that is helping rather than taking none. After you prepare your dinner and you have nothing important or nothing major to do, you can also sleep early. Take enough sleep so that when you're working, you're not dozing off. When you're working, you're not having headache, you're not clogged up in your mind, you're not having hard time working or hard time reading something or an article or looking at your PC. That's quite easy. Another thing, the third point, that is ensure that you also plan what you should do. Plan what you should do the following day. Like today, if you're done, you can just take a paper, a plain piece of paper, or just a simple notebook. and just use a paper. I'm not telling you to take notes. No, just take them in point form. Like you can just plan at 8 a.m. when you arrive in your office or in your workstation, you're going to do this. At 9:30, you're going to do this. Just briefly, to give you a clue of what you should be doing. That way, you're going to find your working time very easy because you know from this task, you're going to do this task, and you'll be motivated to finish them quite early and better. Because when you don't have any idea of what you're supposed to do, you end up wasting more time thinking about what you're supposed to do. So to cut that short, to ensure that you have a nice day, a simple day at work, ensure that everything you're doing for tomorrow, the work you're doing for tomorrow is well organized. Like, you know, I'm doing this, after this I should meet my employer, after this I should meet blah blah blah, I should write these minutes, I should update this database, I should do this, and everything will be quite simple and easy. The fourth point, yeah, we are on our fourth point, ensure that you iron your clothes in time. You don't have to wake up early in the morning to start wasting a whole hour looking for what you should wear, end up getting late, end up going to work with unironed clothes, end up going to work not smartly dressed, end up going to work unconfident. That's the worst thing you could ever do to yourself. So ensure before you go to bed, your clothes are well ironed. If it's your blazer, it's well kept, it's well hung. If it's your trouser, you know what trouser you're wearing, it's ironed. And everything else for the ladies, the bags you're going to carry, your shoes and everything else, because this is just like so much for the ladies. You need to find what you're supposed to wear, which bag is going hand in hand with what you're wearing, and what type of trouser, what type of shoe you're going to wear with this blazer. It's just a heck of a time. So if you can just plan on what you're going to wear, iron your clothes the night before, that is very easy for you. It's going to make work easy for you, really, because it's going to motivate you to even put your lotion on, because you find that there is a scenario where you wake up in the morning, you don't know where your lotion is, you don't know where your roll-on is, because I don't know, it just happens because you did not arrange what you should wear the following morning. When you arrange what you're going to wear, you're going to ensure that you don't wake up in the morning to look for clothes and then you just remember, oh my god, it was raining and I did some laundry in the weekend and my clothes are not dry, so what am I going to wear? It leaves you in a miasma of confusion, but you don't even know what you're going to wear. You end up getting late for work, you end up not dressing well, you end up not being confident the whole day, because if you're smartly dressed, even if you don't know what you're supposed to do in the institution or in the workplace, you're just very confident because you feel you're smartly dressed. You look nice, your makeup is well done, your clothes are well polished, your shoes are well polished, and your clothes are well ironed, so you're very confident about that. On to our fourth point. That's it. Our fifth point and our last point, you should ensure that you take time off from work. Not time off meaning a whole day or a whole year or a whole week or a whole century of work. That's not what I mean. And I'm not telling you to go escape from work in the name of taking time off from work. No. By that I mean, if you're in the office or if you're in the workstation, you can just like take 5 minutes off what you're doing and just take a walk around the institution, a walk around the workplace, a walk around a place with a breeze, or you can just like breathe in fresh air and exhale out the stress and the so much anxiety you're having in your work. And that's very effective, because sometimes we get headaches and you just sit and think, oh, that must be malaria, that must be typhoid, and blah 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 blah. No, that's not the case. Most of the times your mind is tired already, because the human mind needs rest. You find that your mind is tired already, maybe you slept late, you woke up very early, your mind has not gotten time to rest, and even in that short time you slept, you didn't sleep well because you're thinking about tomorrow, I must be early for this meeting, what will happen if I get late, all that stuff. So ensure that 5 minutes you can just take a walk around the institution where you're working or the workplace. You can just take 5 minutes off and just do something, especially the nature. Mother Nature is very fair at all times. She's always working effectively. Like, just get some breeze, exhale the stress and the anxiety you had in your work, and just come back to work feeling fresh. Maybe you're dozing off and something, you're just struggling and battling with sleep, like everything, you're just falling. And I know it happens, and everybody is human enough to experience that. Nobody is Superman, nobody is Superwoman that you cannot experience that. So just take some time off, take some 5 minutes off your work, go, exhale out everything, inhale some fresh air. Take some 5 minutes, walk around, admire the flowers because they're beautiful. That you're going to take a break from the norm and you're going to come back to work better, fresher, and very ready to work. That's simple and easy. Ensure that you do the 5 things and you're going to have everything working out for you in a week. Because for most people, they hate working times because you have to wake up early, you have to find out what you're going to wear, and it's out of our own complication that we find it hard to sort out that and to fix that. So, in just a recap, what we said about having an effective week at work, ensure that you take water, plenty of water, as much as you can, not less than 6 glasses. You have it outlined on how you should take the 6 glasses if you're having a hard time. So, carrying bottles and water bottles everywhere, it's not necessary anymore. Ensure that you take enough rest, sleep, take naps when you can, not at the workplace, please. I don't want you to get sacked by your employer and come back blaming me because I told you to take naps at work. No, 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 I didn't say about that. Ensure that you take maximum rest as much as you can. If you're out of work, make it your resting time. Another thing, have what you're doing planned out. Set points, write them, scribble them down, and ensure that you work according to what they say. Don't go to the target, don't overwork yourself, but just set it out and it is going to work out for you properly. Like you're going to be informed, you're going to be well planned and well organized at your work. Ensure that you iron your clothes and plan everything you're going to wear tomorrow, the night before you start working. Not in the morning, not in the middle of the work night, just before you sleep. It's going to work out better for you. And to our last point, take time off from work. Walk around the institution, walk around the workplace. I'm not making you a watchman by this. No, no, no. I'm just telling you to take 5 minutes off. Not necessarily when you're going to the washroom. No, I didn't say you take time off and go to the washroom. That's normal for everybody. But what you should do, just ensure that you just take some walk in a quiet place. And I'm not telling you to go sit at the bar for 5 minutes so that you can come back to work. No, just take some walk, simple things. It's cheap to walk, it's not expensive. You should not walk a long distance, just a nice place. You can admire the flowers, the trees, and that's it for now. With that made easy, ensure that you watch, you share, you like, and you subscribe, and let's get it rolling. Thank you very much for listening. Have a nice evening, have a good night, and a lovely and a productive week ahead. A nice week of work, and let's work this out. It's good evening, and see you next time. Bye bye.